For this design, I will be altering the original t-shirt and adding guipure lace to the back. This particular lace is very firm with no net background. I really like this type of lace when it comes to adding texture and elegance to a design. Truly, the only reason I'm using guipure lace right now is because I had some leftover scraps from some previous work. But I think this will be a great opportunity to show you how easy it is to work with this type of lace. Begin with your favorite t-shirt. I recommend something a little more classy or a plain t-shirt with no graphics on it. Because let's be honest, Patrick isn't exactly the classiest starfish you know. Get your lace and lay it flat on the back of your shirt. You have to analyze the design of the lace and try to work with it. The goal is to try and keep the right and left sides as consistent as possible. Pin it in place and cut around your design to remove the extra fabric. Once you're satisfied with the position of your lace, take it to your sewing machine. I'm going to get rid of the whole back to replace it with the lace, which means I will be sewing at the sides and at the shoulders only. Since I'm sewing my lace onto jersey fabric, I will be using a zigzag stitch. If you sew it onto any woven fabric, you can use a regular straight stitch. The real secret is to use thread the same color as your lace, or as similar as possible. To make it look a little cleaner on the inside, I put black thread in the bobbin and white thread in the needle, like I showed you in a previous video. You will be sewing around the flower petals, which means you'll be pivoting all the time. So just lifting up the needle, turning the fabric as you go, and just being very patient with this. Then you can mark where you want the neckline and the armholes to be. Again, try to keep both sides as consistent as possible, but also make it so that the new seams blend in with the lace. Before cutting off the extra jersey, you need to sew a straight stitch following the lines you just made. This will prevent your jersey from overstretching and from folding out on you. Also, the moment you do this, it takes away the stretch element from your jersey, which means the neckline and the armholes have to be big enough for you to get into your new shirt. Then you can cut out the extra fabric by cutting really close to your stitch line. At this point, I went ahead and cut the whole top part of the t-shirt since I was done with the shoulder seams. But I'm not quite done with my side seams. Okay, another amazing thing about this type of lace is that you can cut out specific parts of the design, in this case all the different flowers, and overlap them to create your own design. For my side seams, I can't have any open spaces. It needs to be a continuous line, so I have to overlap some flowers. Pin everything in place, and once you're satisfied with how it looks, continue stitching the new added lace onto the jersey. Remember that you just continue in your side seam. Don't stitch around the whole flower just yet. Then you can mark where you want your hemline to be, and you'll be doing the same thing you did for the neckline and the armholes. Now you can cut off all the extra jersey fabric. When you get to the side seam, you have to cut around your stitch line, but as close as you can get to it. You just have to be very careful not to cut off any of the lace. Now it's time to just focus on your lace and fill in any empty spaces on the edges. The reason I'm doing this is because not only does it give it a nice finished look, but it also makes it stronger. To sew lace on lace, you will use a zigzag stitch and pivot and pivot and pivot some more, and just have patience with it. The last thing is to just clean your lace and keep filling in any gaps that you don't like. And that's it! Patrick's star has never looked this good before. Well, maybe once or twice before this. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.